friends, technology has immense potential to support education. This mind map shows few ICT tools that can support teaching, learning and assessment. Now let us explore some of these ICT tools to understand its use. We have all learned that the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Usually a teacher draws a triangle, measures the angle and proves this statement. In some classes, teachers conduct it as an activity and makes all students, maximum 60 students in a class, and proves this statement. But one of the research studies shows that 86.4% of the students reported that they don't believe that this statement is true for all triangles, because they have only seen teachers showing one triangle, or they have always done some activity and trying to prove up to 40 to 60 triangle, which is a small number. In such cases, technology can help for understanding the generalizations in better manner. So let me show you an example of a software named GeoGebra. GeoGebra is a software that can be used for teaching mathematics, science as well as earth science. Some of them use it for teaching economics as well, and also language. So let me show how this software can help us in learning this generalization of some of the interior angles of a triangle. You can see here on the screen that there is a triangle where the sum angles are marked and the sum is 180 degree. This is similar to what teacher draws on the board. But here, because of the dynamic nature of this software, we can drag the vertices. You can see here the angles keep changing, but the sum remains always 180 degree. So this was shown to the students. So in a second, you can see there we can show hundreds of triangles. So when we use such tools in our classroom, students will be able to understand that it is true for uncountable triangles, which helps them to understand this as a generalization rather than as a factual statement. Let us see another example of the tool named PhET. PhET is a platform where you can see simulations for chemistry, physics, biology and also earth sciences, for mathematics too. We have all studied about pH value in science at our upper primary level. In one of the science teachers' conclave, a question was asked, what is pH value of water? Quickly the correct answer was given by the teachers. Next question was, what is the pH value of blood? Many were not able to answer. When asked why, they replied that they never checked their pH value of blood. A simulation was shown to the teachers and asked what will happen to pH value when water is added to blood. So let us see here. The pH value of water is 7. So let us take blood and check what is the pH value of blood. It shows that it's 7.4 approximately. What happens when I add water to it? Let us observe the pH value. Yes, the pH value was decreasing when water is added to blood. So, a question was asked to the teachers, why did the pH value decrease? So, the teachers responded that pH value decreased because it is diluted. Now, let us try checking whether this conclusion is true with chicken soup. I have taken chicken soup. What is the pH value here? It is 5.80. Let us try adding water to it and observe the pH value. What happens to the pH value of the chicken soup? You can observe here the pH value was increasing. So, the conclusion that pH value is decreasing because of dilution is not true. This made the teachers to think and rethink why it happens. This is the same situation in our classroom. Many times we are not able to provide opportunities for our children to explore due to resource crunch, unavailability of infrastructure, large classroom size, etc. These kinds of simulation help in exploring and constructing the knowledge when children can explore themselves. Let us see another example of a website, Art and Culture. This is also available as a mobile app which you can easily download from your Play Store. This has more than 2000 museums available in digital form and provides opportunity to virtual tours to most of the archaeological places which we are not able to really visit. How many of us have visited the Ajanta and Ellora caves? How many of us could visit a museum in London? It is not physically possible for us to travel everywhere to visit all the places, but this option which this particular platform provides to have a virtual tour helps us to go and really explore the places. Let me take you to a virtual tour. In this Art and Culture website, you can search for whichever place you would like to visit. For example, let us search all the archaeological places in India. So, I am just typing it as Archaeological Survey in India. You can see all the places which are taken care by Archaeological Survey in India. If you have not visited the museum in Kolkata, you can just click on this, try to explore what is available in the museum. So, you can see there are 7 stories which talks about a specific thing about the life of Buddha in Indian culture. So, whenever you click on this, all the exhibits which are related to the life of Buddha can be seen here. So, the resources are available as visuals, the resources are also available as virtual tour. So, let us take a small trip to Ajanta and Ellora caves. So, you can see here the Ellora caves once you click it. So, let me select one of the images which shows one part of the cave. So, you can see here these are the visuals about Ajanta and Ellora caves. You can take a virtual trip in this platform or also using your mobile app. This is one very useful tool for teaching social sciences, especially the history, geography part of it, which helps students to understand better by visualization. Whenever we teach geography, many times we only take atlas to the classroom or we take our maps and globe to the classroom. In a classroom which has more than 40 children, we are not able to show the globe to the children. So, the digital globes are very useful in such situations. A tool by name Marble helps us to show a digital globe with various features. This does not give only the option for showing a globe. You can observe here, you can rotate the globe, you can zoom it, you can also zoom out, and in one click you can easily change from a political map to a geographical map to a satellite view. So, whatever you are teaching in your classroom, it is easy for you to shift from one to another with a click. This is what is the potential of digital globe. I have only shown 0.01 of the feature of this Marble software. These type of digital globes can help you to explore more. One another tool is called as Bhuvan, which is a government initiative which can also be used by a social science teacher, not only by a social science teacher, but other teachers as well, to talk about history and the locations in your class. At primary level, digital games can be used by teachers for encouraging participation and promoting joyful learning. G-Comprise is one such game package that has several educational games that covers language, science, maths, etc. Let us see this example of some games in G-Comprise. When I click on this, you can see there are games related to calculation, geometry and numeration, which are the basic themes in mathematics till primary level. You can also see there are several language games in this. These are all free and open source games which can be translated, and also the interface can be made in your own language. EduActive 8 is also one such open source tool that has games for elementary level. Let us take another example of a tool called Tux Math. Tux Math is a maths game software that can be played by individuals, in groups, etc. This game helps a child to play and also learn and practice mathematics. These games can be used by a teacher during teaching or for assessment or some time for revision as well. Some software that can help a child to express is very important to be used in the classroom. For example, TuxPaint is a software where a child can express through stamp drawing. After the children learn about habitat in EVS class 2 lesson, the children were given an activity to do a drawing of an underwater scenario. All the children started drawing by stamping various animals like fish, seahorse and some plants which is available in the sea using this TuxPaint. One child stamped a bird in the sea. This shows that the child has not understood the concept of habitat. We could also observe the children were always stamping two big fish along with small fishes. This was showing that children are able to change size of the objects which is there in this without even somebody teaching them. We asked the child, why always two big fish with some small fish? They told that everyone will have a family, so fish also will have a family. They have learnt about family in class 1 in English, but they were able to apply that concept in class 2 EVS activity. This is how a child integrates what they learn. We asked why one fish is little smaller than the other. All the children started shouting that father is big and always mother is small in a family. This shows about what is their understanding of gender from our scenario. One child immediately started typing on the big fish as mother and on the small fish as father. So we asked the child, why are you changing it? The child expressed that in my family, my mother pays my fees, my mother comes to school, attends PTA meeting, so in my family, mother is big. This is how a child develops the concept of gender, but it is expressed in an EVS classroom. We saw one child who has drawn two big fish with one small fish. When we thought maybe the child is a single child. When we asked the child why you have only one small fish, the child said, I have seen advertisement, we two and for us one. We were very surprised seeing a class 2 child thinking about population control by seeing an advertisement in TV and applying it what they learn in the classroom. This is how integrated learning happens in a child, but such tools for expression helps to bring out such integration which a teacher can always understand what the child has understood and what the child is able to express. Like this, several technologies are available for teachers to use in the classroom to improve teaching, learning and assessment. But the need of the hour is teachers should explore such tools and select appropriate tools based on the content, pedagogy and the context to make classroom more effective. How do you really learn about this tool or where do you explore? You can always explore from the web how to use any software because there is n number of resources available in the web. And you can also explore the NCERT webinar platform where you have the tutorials for using such tools in your classroom. Keep exploring and make your classroom interesting, meaningful, engaging and joyful.